Yeah, everybody knows you really shouldn't mix those together, so... oh well. Hey everybody! If you're here, you probably have a slight interest in chemistry, or maybe digestion problems, or both. But either way, welcome to Overly Active. This is sulfuric acid. It's your typical scary and dangerous acid that's also used in tons of chemical reactions around the world. And today, I'm going to teach you how to turn it into a laxative. And no, it does not involve sticking a funnel in your... For this, all you need to do is just mix sulfuric acid with sodium hydroxide. However, if you're a professional chemist unlike me, you probably know that it's very dangerous to mix strong acids and strong bases together. So... 3, 2, 1, go!
Wow!
Well, that's impressive. Okay, time for a disclaimer here. This is actually pretty dangerous stuff to do, and the only reason it didn't go completely bananas is because we're dealing with pretty dilute solutions in rather small volumes here. If you do that with more concentrated stuff, the mix could actually get pretty hot and start boiling, and you could end up with splashes of boiling hot sulfuric acid or sodium hydroxide everywhere, including on your face. Not cool. Not cool. Therefore, please just don't repeat what you're saying in this video, okay? Anyways, the solution got cloudier, and actually our laxative is done. What we have made is called sodium sulfate and is currently dissolved in water, so all we need to do is to dry it. For this, I just pour the liquid in a still tray to increase its surface area and then just let it dry for a while. Now most of the water has evaporated and we are granted with some nice translucent crystals. However, the crystals you see is not exactly sodium sulfate, but more specifically sodium sulfate decahydrate, which means that for each molecule of sodium sulfate, there are 10 molecules of water attached to it. This is the consequence of the fact that sodium sulfate is actually pretty good at pulling water out of the environment, and that's why we use it as a desiccating agent, but also as a laxative. More on that later. Now I'd like to push the experiment further and try to recover some anhydrous sodium sulfate, which means pure sodium sulfate without any water with it. To do this, it's actually pretty easy, and all you need to do is put it in the oven and bake it for a while. And there we go, here is our product, and we can see that it's black and green. It should be white. Okay, so after a bit of head scratching, it turns out that putting a solution that likely contains leftover sulfuric acid in a steel container and then bake it at 200 degrees, or even an acidic salt for that matter, might not be the smartest idea. The green color you see is likely due to reactions between the sulfate ions and either iron or nickel or chromium. I don't know. If you want to get more information, just ask someone smart in the comments. Also, if that wasn't clear enough before, I think now is a good time to remind everybody that you really should never eat what you make in the lab, and even more so when it looks like this. Anyways, to move on and just try to recover the thing from the tray. However, it kind of formed a very hard crust, which was a pain to recover. Oh, what a pleasure. Such an enjoyable experience. I recovered what felt like a decent amount and put it on a piece of paper. Then I decided to make a makeshift column by just wrapping a piece of cellophane paper around a wooden stick, and then just precisely fill it with the powder. Then it's just a matter of adding a few milliliters of water, give it a little squish, and then let it stand for a while. Reacting with the powder, the water will dissolve and create this very Interesting looking goo. Due to its ability to associate with water, this salt will pull lots of water from your body into your guts, and then your guts will just do the thing.
Wow!
This brings us to the end of our journey to chemical triumph. I hope you guys liked it, and please enjoy this video of me trying to salvage my steel tray. I chemically salute you, and I will see you on the next one.